Hey, it's Adia. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do not exactly a 2020 favorites, but more of a spotlight on some of the products that were either newly launched or newly discovered in 2020 that I'm sure I would have used a lot and loved if I had been actually wearing makeup regularly. So I can't quite say it's like a favorite because some of these products I didn't really use that much, but I can say that I like them. I think they're interesting. They stood out to me when I was looking back on the new makeup that I bought in 2020. And just as a follow-up, I know at the beginning of 2020, I had a video saying I was going on a low buy, but then this quarantine hit and I was doing a lot of stress shopping. So I definitely did not go on a low buy last year. I actually bought hella makeup. Uh, but yeah, we're not gonna spend too much time talking about that. So that's what this video is. It's just kind of like chatting about some of the products that stood out to me last year that if I'm ever able to venture outside on a regular basis again, I'm sure I will be using regularly. So I have a bunch in here. These are all products, almost all of these products I have not talked about on YouTube at all because last year I wasn't really putting up a lot of videos because I wasn't in the mood to be filming a lot of videos. But here we are. And okay, I'm just gonna get started. This is gonna be maybe a long chatty kind of video, but who has anything else to do anyway? So, all right, so first there's a couple of products that I actually did use, I won't say regularly, but more than once, more than 5 times last year that are kind of those like glowy, minimal tint, skin perfecting type of products. One of them is from a brand called Say that launched at the end of 2019 and I discovered it last year. And so one of the products that they have is called the Glowy Super Gel. I have the shade Sun Glow. It's like Say is really all about clean ingredients, sustainable, like low waste packaging. So they use a lot of glass where possible. I was recently on their website and I think as far as if they use plastic, it's either 100% recycled plastic or it's bioresin plastic and fully recyclable. So it's just a brand that is just a little bit more conscious about the impact it's making on our bodies and our planets. And so, not mad at that. So here it is, it's just like one of those really pretty bronzy kind of colors that I really like. And I'm just gonna focus it like on my cheek area. So it's not like super glowy. I definitely think it's lighter in terms of impact than a full-on like liquid illuminator type of product. So it definitely can be put on like all over the face, but it does just kind of give just a nice little sheen, which I think is nice. So that's one that's really nice. And then another product that I really liked was the NARS Tinted Glow Booster. I had the shade Barbuda here. I don't know if I'm gonna put this one on too, but here's this. As you can see, it's very close to my skin tone, but it's very minimal tint. So maybe I'll put some on more in the center of my face. So I used to wear this kind of often, actually. If I just say I knew I was gonna be on like a Zoom call or something, and I tend to get red kind of like around here. So if I just wanted to neutralize the redness, but then not really feel like I was putting makeup on and not feeling like I had to put on any other products, then this is definitely something that I would use. Yeah, so there we go. So as you can see, I feel like the combination of these two products, I feel like is very perfecting on my skin, just kind of blurs imperfections, evens the skin tone, adds a little life, but looks and feels very minimal. So this was like a really nice base that I used to use. I'm gonna do my brows. Yeah, I'm gonna do my brows and then I'm gonna talk about some foundations also. And for my brows, I'm going to use, this is the M Cosmetics brow cream in ebony. I don't know if this launched in 2020 or if I just discovered it in 2020, but that's probably like my most purchased product from 2020 was like brow products. Just because for me, like even if I do nothing else, I'm gonna put a brow gel on and put some lip balm on, just because at least having my brows groomed is the bare minimum for me to feel like somewhat put together. And that for me is the difference between looking like I just rolled out of bed and I'm somewhat presentable, just because I do have like bushy brows. Like as you can see, like look at my brows. They need work. They don't look good just waking up. So, ooh, I have this the wrong way. This one is nice because it's a super tiny brush. And so you're really able to like be precise in how you apply it. So this, I mean, the black is it's very impactful to me. So I just kind of like lightly comb it through my brows. And it adds like color, it gets them in place. So look at the difference. And colored brow gel for me is becoming more and more of a staple because I'm getting gray hairs in my eyebrows. Like each brow probably has like 3 or 4 gray hairs. And so it looks like sparseness, but it's not that there's no hair there. It's just that the hair is white. And so until I decide to like permanently tint them or semi-permanently tint them, I'm going to be using colored brow gels more and more regularly. The sunlight is fading, so hopefully it's not like too dark in here. I might have to try to turn on some lights. I got a later start than I intended, but okay. And then the last base product that I want to talk about is this foundation from Exa Beauty. And this is the in-house line by Credo Beauty, I think. But it's another like, you know, clean makeup product. They launched with foundations and a primer. I did not buy the primer, but for the foundations, I think they had like 20 or 30 shades, like a pretty wide range of shades. I'm in the shade 220 Soraya, and I think it's a pretty nice match from what I remember. I literally only used this like one time last year. And it's actually a really nice foundation. So that's why I was like, let me at least like put a little bit on just to show you guys in case you've seen it. See, so as you can see, it's like a really good match for me actually, which is nice. So hopefully I'll be getting more wear out of this if I start going places in 2021. Yeah, so I think it's just a really nice finish. Blends in easily. Okay, so that's my base. So you know what? We'll do bronzer next. And this is one of the mirrors I've been using, the Vesca Beauty Bronzer. I use the shade Kiss by Maldives. So this is a Canadian brand. It only has maybe like 3 or 4 products, and they launched with bronzers first. And I want to say they came out with like 5 or 6 shades of bronzer. And they went fairly deep. This is a nice like coolish reddish kind of bronze, which I think is nice because for me, if I'm hot or if I'm in the sun or if I've been working out, my face gets red. So I think that a bronze that has reddish undertones is pretty natural for me. And so I really like this one. And I'm just gonna put a little bronzer on. feel like I'm not used to wearing like powder bronzer. Like I haven't put it on in a really long time. But you see that? How it's just like a really nice, like reddish color. So I think that's really natural. Oop. Then I maybe put a little too much on, but that's okay. And considering I did not set my face and have layered a few products first, I think it blends out like really, really nicely. But as you can see, it's also very pigmented because I'm like barely like tapping my brush in there, and it just applies like really nicely. Okay, I'm kind of going like, let me scoot up. I'm kind of going out of order. So I'm out of practice. I feel like I haven't filmed like a makeup tutorial in so long. But next for concealer, I'm gonna use the Ethereal Veil Conceal and Cover by Ritual de Fille. Now this is a brand I've heard about for a few years, but last year I think was the first time I actually bought anything from it, and I ended up buying probably like 7 or 8 products from them throughout the course of last year, just because I really like how thoughtful they are about their products. And they have like unique colors and textures. And so I'm gonna use the concealer, and I'm gonna try to like warm it up because it's in like, you know, like a pot, but it's a really nice shade. And I'm just gonna like pat it under my eye. It definitely is like, you know, because it's a cream like in a pot, I think it's something that you want to warm up first, or just make sure that your skin is well moisturized underneath so that it doesn't like stick and get too like cakey. All right, so that's that. For blush, I don't know what I'm gonna use. I don't know if I want to use Patrick Ta. Yeah, I think maybe, I don't know. I have, okay, these are my options for blushes. I have the M Cosmetics Serum Blushes, the Patrick Ta blush in She's So LA, which is kind of just like that terracotta brownie kind of shade, which is really natural and just, yeah, like a very natural flush for like my skin tone. And then I have, what's the other one? Danessa Myricks, this Vision Flush. Maybe I'll use this. Yeah, because since I put the powder bronzer, I don't know if I want to put this over. Even though I think these are a really unique formula. I don't know if I picked the best shades, if I'm being honest, for my skin tone. But the formula is really nice. Yeah, so yeah, I'll just use this one because this Vision Flush formula was new to me last year. Prior to last year, the only Danessa Myricks products I had ever tried were the Color Fix liquids, like for eyeshadow. But last year, I discovered several other Danessa Myricks products that I really, really like. So yeah, and this is nice because this is another product that can be used eyes, lips, cheeks, but it's not as pigmented or as opaque as the Color Fix. So I feel like it's less intimidating and it's just kind of easier to work with, and you don't feel like as like stressed, or it's just more minimal, low effort, but it's also like budge proof and it's just really, really pretty. So that's what I'm gonna use. And this is the shade Sweet Nectar. Okay, I'm putting my blush kind of high up to lift the cheeks a little bit. See, like, how pretty is that, like, orangey glow? Like, I think it's really pretty. Oop, shoot, that was too much. All right, now I'm gonna take my foundation brush and kind of just like get out of the middle of the face a little bit. I think I went too close to my nose. And I'm just lightly skimming over this just to kind of try to blend everything a little more. All right, so see, I think that's really pretty. And then okay, this is what I'm gonna use to finish off my cheeks. This is a product that was newly discovered also by me, not just by me. It's a new product from last year, and it's from Dominique Cosmetics. And this is the All Over Skin Enhancer in the shade Glossed Peach. And yeah, so this is what it looks like. Here's kind of it on my finger. Here it is. So it's a really pretty, like, glowy color. Let me wipe some of this off. And I'll just pat it. So there we go. That's pretty. This is a really nice color. And I mean, it's definitely a gloss, right? So, but it's kind of like thin. It's not, it doesn't feel heavy on the skin. Like once I apply it, I don't feel like I have anything sticky or wet on my skin. I would not put this anywhere in the center of the face because it's a gloss, but I think it looks really nice, like on the cheekbones. Yeah, I think it looks pretty. I'll go here. And I think this color is nice. It's a very, very yellow gold, which I think works with my skin tone and with kind of these like peachy, rosy, terracotta kind of tones. I think it looks nice. Yeah, okay. So this was a product that I bought last year, didn't use a lot, but I liked it. Okay, for the eyes, I think I'm gonna keep it super simple on the eyes. No surprise there, but I feel just like so out of practice doing a makeup tutorial. So I'm like, okay. So Bodyography, this is a brand that I'd heard about for a really long time, but I never bought anything. But then during Black Friday, I was like, you know what? Like, I'm just gonna buy some of these products, some of these glitter pigments. I think I'll do the green. It's like different, but I think it kind of goes like peach and like green. That goes, right? I think it's gonna be okay. Definitely something different that I don't normally wear, so okay. So this is Bodyography Glitter Pigment, and the shade is called Prism. It's kind of like, oh, I think it looks nice. A greenish, like brown. This is nice. Definitely like different for me. I don't really wear green on the eyes, but I feel like with this like shimmer, and it's not just like a flat green, like there's definitely a lot of complexity and dimension to this shade. So it makes it like more appealing to me, and it's not just like bam, like super bright green. As you can see, like very, very easy to apply, easy to kind of layer and make it more intense, or you can like lightly sheer it out, even just with your finger, you know? looks good. Okay. Now for the lips, I don't know what I want to use. I want to use something like peachy. I'm just going to use this, the Danessa Myricks, the Sweet Nectar. I'm going to put some on my hand and then I'll just like pick it up. But I think that looks nice. It's just like a peachy kind of stain on the lips. I think that actually looks really nice. All right, I'm gonna just do some powder. So the Fenty Soft Matte Powder Foundation, this launched at the tail end of 2020, but I really think that it was very like fitting, I think, for 2020 for a powder foundation to launch, because masks are going to be part of our lifestyle for a while. And I think that does make people want powders because they can hold up, or tend to be able to hold up more from like transfer, and they do help lock in your makeup. So that's why I got this. I have shade 345. Let me just press out these little creases. Okay, I think this color is great for setting concealer. I think in my foundation, I use a darker shade, but I think this is perfect for the under eyes, no? I don't know why I did that face. Okay, I'm gonna put some mascara. Oh wait, did I bring mascara? No, I didn't bring mascara over here. So give me a second to put on some mascara and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I put on the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara, which was one of my mascara discoveries. And I actually really like the formula, but I just feel like too much product is on the brush when it comes out. But other than that, I do really like the way it looks. It just can be a little bit messy, but this is a good one. And then I had to put some of the Fenty, the cream gloss balm in the shade Honey Waffles. This is bomb. This is such a pretty nude gloss. And even though my lips are pigmented, on its own, it does show up. It's not like super, super opaque, but it definitely does like tone down the natural pinkness of my lips, which I think is really nice. I do want to get more of the shades, but I'm kind of holding off because it's also like, when you wear a mask, gloss is like the worst thing to wear. So that's the only reason why I haven't bought more of the shades. But if and when things, you know, become more relaxed, I will definitely get more of these because this is amazing. So that's it. These are some of the standout products of 2020 that I wish I had worn more. I hope you guys like this video. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, whatever. And I'm gonna link everything below that I mentioned. There was actually more products that I didn't get to because, like I said, I bought a ton of makeup and I hardly used any of it. So let me know if you guys like this and I can do like a part 2. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.